The female victim said the couple lived together at the complex and had a 4-month-old baby. He says they had been together for over a year.
I saw both of them yesterday.
How did they seem? They seem okay?
Seem okay, happy, jolly, laughing, as usual, as always.
Hello everyone, this is Sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about this tragic story that happened, I believe on Monday. So it happened on Monday in Escambia County in Pensacola, Florida, where you have this young lady that was taken out by the father of her child. And then he took himself out also, and they leave behind a young baby girl. And when I first heard about this story, people were saying, that was an ex-boyfriend. But as you heard early in the clip, the uncle who had recently saw them, he said they were living together. They seemed happy. So that was technically not her ex-boyfriend. According to what the uncle says, they were actually together. So this thing is very tragic. And this thing keeps on happening, and it's going to keep on happening. And although we cannot do anything for this young lady, we cannot, help her in any way, shape, or form, but we can help other young girls that have not fallen into relationships like that have a potential of ending in this tragic way. So we're going to go through this. So it happened at the Blue Angel Parkway apartment complex on Monday. Man, this is something. Say an adult male was engaged in an argument with an adult female. He took his fire and fired at the adult female before, taking himself out. And there were actually witnesses. Not only was their child there, but there were other people there. It may have been family members, but whether it's family members, neighbors, it was actually done in front of people. So they haven't released the name of the people that were there. And the baby is just 4 months old. And they have been together over a year, according to, I believe the uncle said that. Even if the uncle said that, yes, the uncle said that they were together for over a year. And let me just, over a year, sometimes that's when you are beginning to see who this person that you're with truly are. And unfortunately, by this time, many young women, sometimes many young men, we have already, either have relations with this person, or we already have a child or preparing to have a child with this person, and then this person shows you their true colors. Sometimes the weeks and months is not enough for this person to truly show who they are. So because when you get involved in situations like this, and then the person shows their true self, and then you already had relations with them, or you have a child on the way, or have a child with them already, it makes it more difficult to leave. That's why people advocate, until you know who this person is. Then people are grown, they're going to do whatever they want. Then you could do, if you want to go do your relations, that thing up, but wait until this person truly show, if he's a nice guy, let him truly show that he's a nice guy. Not a nice guy for a few weeks or a few months and then you switch up on me. But if you're a nice guy, if somebody's a nice guy, you're going to eventually see if they truly a nice guy, because their actions will tell you exactly who they are. Because you can't pretend for long. This is the young man that she had the child with, allegedly. But she had tagged him in a picture with the baby. And it's alleged that it's after she posted some posts. She posted a lot of posts about being single when, as you heard before, the uncle said that they were together. So allegedly, after she posted this, that's when, they probably got in an altercation. And then for whatever reason, this young man decided to take this young lady's life. And I know when tragedies like this happen, we always want to, of course, send our condolences and express our sympathy for the people left behind. But this is happening a lot. And, people could argue, but it's happening every 5.5 hours, every 6, especially if you're a black woman. It's happening a lot. But expressing sympathy, that's a good thing. Sending your condolences. But what we have to educate younger girls to look out, to see what signs to look out for, and to give them that, to equip them enough with knowledge so they are confident to leave and say, if I leave, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And my life is not over. If I leave this person, I can do better. If I have the knowledge, I will do better than this person that I have. And sometimes we are not doing that. Yes, we feel sorry. Oh, don't say nothing. Oh, that's not the time. Yes, it is the time, because now, since a lot of young girls are looking at this story, hey, now is the opportunity to say, this is what you need to look for. This is what you should not do. And one thing that I notice is, if you're living with this young man, and unfortunately, a lot of people, they say don't blame mothers and stuff like that. It's always don't be blaming black mothers for certain stuff that sons or daughters do. But it's not only the black mothers, it's the black fathers too, or fathers or mothers. It doesn't matter the color. A lot of women are being left to raise these children on their own. And a woman cannot show a young man how to be a man. You cannot. You could give him that sensitive side to you. You have stuff that you could show him, but you need that male with you to raise that child. But of course, a lot of men, they do not want to be fathers. They just want to, do the act, and then don't want to take the responsibility. Some men do want that responsibility, but there are women that hinder them from doing that, because it's different reasons why men are not in the home. But many times when a woman is raising a boy, you're not able to show him how to handle his anger, his frustration, how to deal with certain stuff, because how women deal with certain things, men do not deal with it in the same aspect. But if he did not have that male figure to show him how to deal with it, we have emotionally unstable young men that make decisions like that alter their future, and then alter their children's future if there's children in the mix of this. So she was with this young man, and she's posting single as hell. Yes, not saying that, this was she not supposed to post it. It's freedom of speech. No, she was not supposed to lose her life for this. But we have to know that when we post in certain things, whether it's just for fun, whether it's because we mad, that's why I'm saying, when we have, maybe they had an argument or whatever it may be, and your emotions are high, be careful what you say. Be careful of the actions that you do, because some stuff you cannot take back. And many times we post stuff on social media, we may put it out there, but we don't know how people who are reading it, or the person who's reading it, is going to react to that post. And if it is true that it's after this post that he took her out, so his reaction was in a deadly manner. So she's with him. She's saying single as hell. None just as single. Well, somebody posted none as just single, and then she said single as hell. And then that was 3 days ago. 4 days ago, again, new nigga, where are you? And she posted a lot of stuff. So, good stuff you see before she's 30. She want to fix her credit so she could have a house. I'm trying to scroll slowly because I don't want to show the picture of her daughter here. Here's another one. I need a real nigga with a whole lot of money. Is that too much to ask for? And then somebody posted, and then she reposted it. Yo, where that do you be finding these ends that treat you mad good? Like where? Dang. When I go look up. Two posts that she posted here. This one on the 9th, damn, I cannot believe I really got baby mama. This person said that, and then she reposted it with this, like, I don't know, rolling eyes. I think that's rolling eyes emojis or whatever it may be. And then this person say, I'm on this man bad. I'll eat his knees before he walk out of my life. And I said, wish I felt like this about somebody. And it was a lot of posts like this. It was a lot of posts like this. And because, sometimes people could be living with somebody, but, they're not even with the person. But I guess there are certain circumstances that make, that comes up that they cannot leave. So, they just have to take it. And it seems like this is what was going on. Maybe, they were really unhappy together. They weren't supposed to be together probably in the first place, but they can't leave each other because, of course, everything is going up high. But if we choose to do certain stuff like that, it's certain actions. We have to be careful what we say, what we do, because we don't know what type of mentality that person who we're doing that stuff to has. We don't know. And I'm not making excuses for this young man. What he did was absolutely horrific and tragic. To take out you can't be together with the person. I don't know if he still had his mother. You could have gone back to your mother's house. You could have go to your homeboy house. You didn't have to do this. But it's to warn other young ladies. If you're not with the person, do not do actions, do not post stuff, do not say things, to get back at the person, to show them how you mad because your emotions are all over the place, because maybe they have maybe cheated on you, they took something from you, or who you thought they were, that's not who they that's not what you're seeing now. We have to walk away. But sometimes it's so difficult to walk away when you have already do that, the oxytocin bond. And when that oxytocin bond has been formed already, it makes it way more difficult to leave. That's why certain things you have to catch them in the beginning of the relationship. And people could say, oh, I've heard this, another lie that I've heard. People said that, oh, you could do that, get all the knowledge, know all the signs to look for, and then you still end up getting hurt or whatever it may be. But that's not true, because sometimes women are so desperate. The signs are right in front of us. We just refuse to adhere to them. We refuse to acknowledge them because we don't want to be alone. We want to be with somebody. So we ignore all of those red flags. We ignore all the signs. We ignore our intuition telling us. Our intuition is telling us, leave. This is not the one. And sometimes, you have been swept off your feet, and then there are times that are coming that, hey, you need to leave. You need to leave. Because I remember in all of my relationships, and different people that I've talked to, if people would be truthful, that I remember before I got in one relationship, God sent several people to tell me, no, don't mess with this guy. Even sent a homeless guy to say, you need to leave. I did not listen. Up until a few days, probably he was going to take me out, and he was like, you need to leave now. You need to leave now. And that's probably saved my life, because I probably would have been the late Roland. But there are things, because you as a woman, you carry life. You have your intuition. Everybody has intuition, but a woman's intuition is the strongest thing on earth. Your intuition will tell you. Do not ignore your intuition. Your intuition will tell you something is wrong, something is off. You may not be able to know exactly what it is. You may not be able to pinpoint it, but your intuition will not lead you wrong. It will not lead you wrong, especially if you listen to it. It's okay to be alone for a few weeks, because some people can't last long. A few weeks, a few months. But don't stay in a relationship because, hey, because I'm stuck because we have a child, or we have history. Oh, I don't think I could do any better. Oh, he's paying the bills now. If I go leave, then who's gonna help me pay the bills? Sometimes you gotta work it out. You gotta work it out, because sometimes when we don't, we end up losing our lives. We end up losing different things just because of a relationship. She should have never lost her life. Even if she did post it, these things, he saw it. But other people can learn from this. Don't do this, because this young lady or this young man may be emotionally unstable, and you posting certain stuff, or you saying certain stuff, or you even leaving them may push them over the edge, and they may take you out. And if you find yourself in a relationship, whatever you leave or whatever, please switch up your routines. Do not do, especially if the person has shown you that they are not all the way there and you have left them. Don't do things the same way. Switch up your routines. Switch up your routines. And don't ever leave the house without praying. Because sometimes, unfortunately, because of the signs we miss, we end up dealing with some people that they are not here. They are gone. They are far gone. Their mind is gone, and then it's like they have nothing to lose. Now this little baby witnessed this thing, was around when this happened. People say, oh, she's just 4 months, it's not going to affect her. But the spiritual aspect of what happened, the spiritual implication, because everything that happens in the physical has a spiritual consequence. It will affect her in some way, from some form. So hopefully she has a supportive and caring environment that's going to support her all the way. Now this baby is without a mother and without a father. Yes, she may have a grandmother, aunts and uncles and stuff like that that can step in, but nobody can raise you better than your mother and father, because that's why God gave them to raise you. So when you just start dating with a person, it's not, oh, you ready to get your swept off your feet. You have to listen. You have to be looking out for the signs, whatever signs that you need to look for. And then when those signs show up, you need to know what to do. Am I going to deal with this? Am I going to give it a second chance, or am I going to leave? Am I going to leave? We need to know what to do. Sometimes when we're young, we do a lot of moves that we're not supposed to do, because why? Many of older people are not teaching us what they're supposed to teach us. So we're just learning by trial and error. And unfortunately, sometimes the trial and error is we end up losing our lives. But if you have a platform, you're able to, even if it's one person, it don't have to be the masses. Even if it's one young lady that you can save, sweetie, until you know that you know this person, hey, it may not, because not all relationships end up, working out and stuff like that. But if it ends, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still alive to go to another relationship. I'm not being going 6 feet under because of a relationship. So we need to know what signs to look out for, and when it's not working out, how do we move from here? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.